Hello everyone, I think we are live. Second time today. We are in Alathalas. I've just seen this cool mount. Tawny Sabercats. That is a cool mount indeed. Soulneck. Oh my gosh. So I'm at the top of, well, not the top quite, but we're in Alathalas, and I wanted to pick up these quests here from Ranger General Damilara Sunsoren. It's part of the diplomatic mission quest. We have already done the mission appealing to the Alliance humans, but we want to also appeal to the dwarves, the gnomes, and Gennal's least favourite of the Alliance races, the Keldorai, the Night Owls. But we have made inroads with the dwarves and with the gnomes, so we think there's potential now for us to be able to appeal to them fine. But the Night Owls, still not quite sure. Anyway, I went over to the Cloth Quartermaster, the Alliance Cloth Quartermaster here. They also have some reputation items, which I hadn't noticed. So they've actually got this cool cape, because we're now honoured, and we can get it because we're over level 30. So the Keldorai Hero's Cape, it looks okay. We'll probably keep that off anyway, the appearance off. But the stats are nice. So we have increased magical spells, damage and healing by 6. And we've just got an across the board +5 to everything. So definitely getting that. And we may as well sell a few other things too. So we will sell these other items. And what is this? Wallace's letter. Oh, of course. Well, we'll read this letter when we get to Stormwind. I don't want to do it out of place now, but this is a quest we picked up from Dustwallow Marsh to talk to one of the captains in the towers, to deliver a letter to his brother. So we'll do that a bit later on. But now we're going to take a quick venture up here to see if there's any quests to do or complete. There are a number of portals here, but none of which we can use. And something I am interested in is at some point talking to a mage trainer to get the ability to portal to places. Now, I don't know how to do that. I feel like we should be able to portal by now, at least to Stormwind. If we come across a mage trainer, we're absolutely going to ask them. And there might be one over here. There's a paladin trainer, priest trainer, a librarian. Oh, that's cool for priests. High elf priest only spells. I'm sure we've seen that before, but that's jogged my memory. Okay, I cannot see a mage trainer. I may just be blind. Yeah, final check to make sure we haven't missed anything. Nope, I think we're good. There's some other items that we can get later on, so we'll have to remind ourselves to come back. At level 45 there's something we can get as well, so we can upgrade our back piece. And anything else to watch out for a bit later? Is it all level 60? Yeah, we'll come back at level 45 and 60. Oh, repair quickly while we're here. So tonight is just going to be a quite relaxed stream. I mean, they're always very relaxed. But I'm winding down for the day. And looking at the demographics of you guys, where you're all from, majority are US. So unlike me, I am winding down. Maybe you're having a late afternoon nap, in which case you are joining me in sleep and tiredness. If not, then hopefully I won't sit you to sleep with this stream. Alright, we have lots of Peace Bloom around. I find at the moment that Peace Bloom is a little bit too low level for us. I'm not really getting the levels from picking it anymore. At some point, this person here, the Ranger Captain Nasuna Dawnbringer, will have a quest for us too. But she doesn't trust us yet. She doesn't think that we're up to the task, apparently. So she's not going to offer it yet. Ah, you're back as usual, Teddy. Good to see you. Watching from Twitch HQ. Right. Okay, so nothing more for us here. We've already got mage spells. That is the wrong side, as usual. So we wanted to go talk to that guard's brother. So I think it was Guard Cross. Yeah, delivery to Cross. So he's in the old town. Oh, a skeleton. It looks like a orc skeleton, perhaps. Unsure. They should really do something about that and perhaps dig at a grave. At least remove the bones from the Mage Tower. So these... Oh yes, so we have to actually also go to Little Silver Moon over here. So Little Silver Moon, Old Town. These two are both, I think, in Dunmora. Yeah, okay, so this is the Scarlet Monastery. For this mage quest. We've done a lot of mage quests, which was our plan. Control M. Don't know what Control M does. Oh, you want the sound off. Is that right? Bit too loud for you. What I'll do is, I do like the sound. I'll just turn it down a bit. And I will turn it off loop as well. All of that for you, Teddy. As much as you may hate my turtle and all the rest, I'll do that for you. Fair enough, fair enough.
I am listening.
Bal Adash. Okay, we have a pamphlet here from the Ironforge representative. Ah, you bring news from Lady Meldralis. Much appreciated, friend. I'm glad to know the diplomatic representative has made it that far through the mountains. I am more than sure she will strengthen the bond. Yes, she will. They're doing a good job over there. Okay, Old Town next. Anything else in Ironforge? Otherwise, we will head back over to the wetlands. Ah, damn it, we actually have to do stockades again. Ugh. Yeah, so we got this quest too. from Dunmodra. There's some dwarfs up there in Dunmodra, and the final part of that is to take out a prisoner in the stockades, so I will do that one as well. Okay, Brian Cross, we have a message from your brother. I sell only the best gear, tested and true, and the price is set, so if you want to haggle and go find a goblin. Yes. Well, I must say, this is the last thing I expected to come into my shop. I haven't heard from Wallace in some time. Not seeing family certainly makes you miss old times. Okay, anything else for us? Are you going to make us go all the way back there? While you're still here, can I ask you a favour? I desire to send my brother something perhaps can assist him. As much as he downplays his work in Theramore, I do know from stories I have heard that the swamp is crawling with all manner of orc and dragon. I had a fire-heated shield made some time ago and haven't had the chance to sell it yet. I'd much rather it gets out to him there than sit in my shop and collect dust. There is no finer gift I can give. Take this shield to him out in Dustswallow Marsh. It would mean quite a lot to me. We can do that, Brian. No problem. You have a lot of these shields, actually. I don't like them. They're a bit bland, and I wonder if that's why they're not selling. Ah, another big buff as well. Rallying Cry the Dragon Slayer. Oh, you're a Horde. Okay. Are you on this server as well? Will you come and meet me somewhere? In fact, I don't know if you should. Knowing you, Teddy, from the few interactions we've had, I'm quite certain you would gank me, wouldn't you? Right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I'm going back to that guy. Stockades. Ugh. Don't want to be doing this right now, but actually it could be just the right thing. Let's just see if we get an easy group. If we can, great. If we can't, fine. We're going to head onto the tram, and if we don't get a group, let's say, if we don't get a group by the time we get to Ironforge, then we will leave the queue. So Ironforge, and then we will do these two appeals quests. We could have gone around this way actually. These two appeals quests, and then we'll head up to the wetlands and do this quest here. Get the Tear of Tiloa, rather the Musquash route actually, and the Lightforge Iron quest. Oh god. It's Snowy again. Ah, Snowy. Hello. Don't look at us. We don't want your quest to Noma again. It does say the queue is pretty short for stockades, but I don't really trust it in Turtle WoW. Oh my god. Oh my god. We've got a group. I said if we get to Ironforge we'd leave, but we actually got a group before Ironforge. So we have to turn around. I'm a man of my word. So that's what I'm doing. Heading back into Stormwind and getting ready for a new adventure. Okay, it's a repeat adventure, a dungeon we've done about 4 times now. But still, Gennal has a mission to do. Who are we waiting for? Is it a tank or could our druid tank? Hopefully it's just a DPS. Yeah, the thing is I did play around a little bit. Oh god, Devil Wine has left the group. I did play around a little bit with the sound options earlier. So I'm wondering if I... Oh my god, that is deafening. If I didn't quite get it right. Okay, at least we have a tank. It's probably one of the harder classes to get. Right, let's get in here and buy some reagents. We've got quite a bit of gold, 15 gold. Buy some reagents to make some potions. The only one I use over and over again is the Elixir of Wisdom. I don't really want this firepower potion. But actually, thinking about it, I do use Flame Strike and score a Fire Blast. So let's see how much Fire Oil and King's Blood are. So Fire Oil, Fire Oil. It's taking a while to index this. Instead, let's go for King's Foil. Is it King's Foil? Am I thinking of King's Blood? I'm thinking of Lord of the Rings, I think. King's Blood. Okay, well, there's no point buying this. We can't get Fire Oil. Anywho, we have a group now, so we will head over to that. 2 stockades. Okay, they both left. Seeing as we are level 34 though now, let's just run into the dungeon and perhaps pull a couple of mobs. At least start it off. Oh gosh. Everyone is leaving now. Just you and me left. Hopefully we'll get soon. Ah, look at that. We already have a priest. Hey. And he has a flower in his mouth. What is that about? That... No way. So we have this same rose. Can you all see this? Malvina's lovely rose. The Forever Lovely Rose is from Malvina Sunblade. And now this is... Well, there's 2 things going on here. One, I thought that we were Malvina's favourite. She gave us a Forever Lovely Rose. And this guy has a rose too from her. So 1, she's cheating, and 2, he's holding it in his mouth and that's cheeky. We place ours behind our ear. Anyway, that is weird. It's almost like it's been pierced through his bottom lip as well. So we have this rose still in our bank as a keepsake, and I thought we were special to her. So next time I go to my bank, I am deleting that rose forever. I'm going to take it out of my bank and stamp on it. Clearly, we're not as special as we thought. She can only have one best friend. Blind Mary. I'll hit you once and that's it, nothing else. I wasn't going to do anything to you, Blind Mary. Just that. These guys here seem to be in a group as well, which is annoying. I'll say, hey, we have a group of 3 already. Want to join us? I like to initiate the chat in this game. Okay. Well, it seems like everyone is leaving. So I'm going to give it one more try. But this time, I'm not turning around until we have a full group. Right, off to Ironforge we go. If we get a full group of stockades, we turn around. We get a group, but it's not full. We do not turn around. We've learned our lesson now. We may take a stop off in the cathedral first. Yeah, just like this, to see if there's any quests to pick up. I often find that this is a pretty good hub for new quests in Stormwind. So Brother Christoph, we actually have talked to him before, and Brother Christoph wants us to go to the Swamp of Sorrows. So in RP, we've just asked Brother Christoph to remind us of his mission that he gave us, because we couldn't remember and we didn't make a note of it. So he looked at us with some contempt, but he repeated himself and gave us the quest to go to the Swamp of Sorrows again. I'm not a paladin. Sano, I'm a mage, but thank you for the greeting nonetheless. Right, there's nothing more in here that I can see. In fact, actually, we know that there is a suspicious guy down here who previously had a grey quest for us, but now it's yellow. So this is Brother Crowley from the Scarlet Crusade.
Well met.
My brother-in-arms, Brother Anton, had rumours of an undead infestation in distant Kalimdor, in a land known as Desolus. Anton immediately booked passage to that place to seek and destroy the undead menace. He is looking for those with the bravery and resolve to aid him. If your heart is true, then speak with Anton. He is in Desolus, in the Alliance town of Nigel's Point. Okay, so this is fascinating. Never previously were there quests that were given to us in vanilla by the Scarlet Crusade. And this is an emissary within the cathedral. So I was going to say drop this quest, but actually if we're going to Desolus for this one, this retrieval for Morin quest he's a mage in Stormwind, is to Stone Talon, so we could pass by there. I don't necessarily want to drop that one. These two are... we may drop these. So these were for the Explorers Guild, going to the Badlands. In fact, let's drop the Tears of the Poppy quest. That's a repeatable quest for the High Isles of Elathalas. Okay, that's cool. Right, we will do this one. We had a message here from Tibin as well, talking about grouping up for stockades. We just tell him that the group fell apart. Just me left. Sorry. We will also take a stop off at our favourite architect, Barros Alexton. He has nothing for us. Hello, Barros. How are you? Quite well, quite well. Okay, goodbye. Bye-bye. The Argent Dawn as well. We haven't stopped by here. And there is a quest for us. Saul Buckwald. The Argent Dawn fights in faraway lands to maintain order within Azeroth, even as chaos lurks. Hello, and welcome to the Argent Dawn. We're a group that combats evil across the world to try and maintain order. Our roots come from many that originated both here and in Lordaeron, members of the Silver Hand, an order of paladins that did similar things that we do now. If you wouldn't mind, I'm currently in need of a favour. An old member of this order I've been trying to find for quite a while. He's a friend of mine, and in fact my old teacher and master in the ways of the light. With the collapse of Lordaeron at the onset of the Third War, I thought he simply had passed as many others had in that hellish war. I've received a written account that he's possibly still alive from a friend of mine at the local cathedral here in Stormwind. If you'd spare some time, could you find Apprentice Crichton within refuge point in the Arathi Highlands? Yes, we can. We know this apprentice. We've talked to him before, so we can do that. No problem. Once again, no room for quests. In this case, we will drop the quest we were just reminded of to go to the Swamp of Sorrows. We'll drop that one as actually we do want to head back up north to the Arathi Highlands, or Wetlands Arathi Highlands. So this is a quest we will do. I would be interested, any of you experts out there that know vanilla WoW and Turtle WoW particularly well, to point out which quests are vanilla WoW specific and which quests are, or rather from vanilla WoW originally and which ones are from Turtle WoW. As you know, I only remember Argent Dawn quest being from the Plaguelands areas and not having an emissary in Stormwind. I was a young child when I played it. I didn't play it again. I didn't play Classic at all, actually, when it came out 2018 or so. Okay. We have a full group. And they are in Duskwood, Stormwind, and Blind Mary, the person that we actually hit with a frostbolt just outside Stockades. So I'm happy to say let's do this. And I'm just waiting for the group to collapse now, because they've teased me too much. I've got to the Deep Run Tram twice now, and the first time it did fall apart, the group fell apart, and this time we have got to the same position. She is already here. So they said, how is the undead dude going to get to Stormwind? I hope Blind Mary doesn't remember that I'm the person that hit her with a frosty bolt. She came through the catacombs. Is this a thing? I think they're joking. I've explored the catacombs the cathedral catacombs quite in depth when I was with the High Elf Orphan trying to find the 1x1 pixel that completed the quest. Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you going through that exclamation mark @ hashtag dollar of a dungeon? I didn't think there were any quests for hordes to do in stockades. There's great boots that drop from last boss. Wow, is it worth it? Well, she must think so. They have updated the gear that's dropped in Turtle WoW dungeons. So yeah, so I'm not aware of what they're talking about. Right, we're almost all here. So let's head inside. And I'm going to run and get a drink while everyone else gets to this area. Be right back. Getting a drink. I'll make some mana very quickly. And then allow it to regen. And we should also have a little bit of... Where is our meat that we made? Did we not make it? I thought we made some seasoned wolf kebabs, but perhaps... Ah, we didn't. We haven't got a fire. Okay. In any case, let's sit down for a drink, and I will be right back. Wow, did you see that? We just got 2 elixirs of firepower from a friend. And we will absolutely trade them some water. Oh, my bad. Yeah, we were looking to make these earlier, so for them to give them to us. That's great news. Look at all these buffs we have. Open the window a bit more. Okay, and we'll throw the buffs around. Make sure everyone is happy. And Blind Mary clearly would like some water as well. What I'm looking forward to, I haven't had the chance to do this yet, is to use polymorph a lot more. So to have mobs marked. I think as we get into later dungeons, we'll have the opportunity to do that. In fact, we could switch to Mage Armor here, because Mage Armor, we just got it at 34. It allows 30% mana regeneration while casting, so that looks like a good deal when we have a tank. Yeah, and with the rallying cry as well. Wow. Definitely in good shape. Oh god, not fear. I think to rank all the dungeons we've done so far, Stockades, and I think most people would agree, is the least best of them all. Otherwise known as the worst of them all. Very straightforward, extremely linear. Actually, it's not even linear because it's got a T-junction, so I suppose that isn't the definition quite of linear. But in any case, it is extremely dull. But when you get a good tank, especially as a mage, it can be a good opportunity to see lots of pretty numbers appear. It's also a good shout that we have put points into frost channeling to increase our resistance. To reduce our threat. What we should do is, in our off time, we should make a little fire. Thank you for that. We're actually already using an elixir, but I appreciate the thought, Idol. You gave us a free potion there. Thanks. Very thoughtful priest. It's almost like he went into the completely correct career. Very giving, generous. Alright, let's try this out. So we're going to Flame Strike. Oh gosh. Instantly we took aggro. It's an interesting prison, isn't it? So it's a prison with, I've never noticed, this must be a torture rack. And coffins. I mean, what an imposing atmosphere. You're being tortured in the room that holds the coffins. I mean, what sort of message are they trying to give here? Probably, you know, an intimidation message, but I've never quite stopped to look around in this dungeon. Alright, let's evocate a little bit. Yeah, yeah, Syntax. Very, very true. I can see that. It's true. I've never really stopped to look around. And in a prison, I mean, this must be the guards' quarters, but with a broken jail cell here and some weapons, it must have been, the guards would have been here and then the prisoners in that jail, I suppose. Clearly the weapons couldn't have been, you know, open for the prisoners to get a hold of. I'm going to go around these rooms inspecting the layout to make sure it all makes sense. And if it doesn't, we're going to make it, we're going to force it into making sense with a bit of RP. Like, for example, I mean, I'm just thinking to myself, why is it that drinking gets mana back? What's that about? I understand they had to have a mechanism for it, but you know, what is it about drinking? It's just thirsty work, I suppose. It's like exercise. Maybe it's like exercise. If you want to do exercise for a prolonged period, you need to make sure you're hydrated. So why should it be any different with casting spells? Alright, fair enough. And there are a lot of prisoners here too. I mean, it's not that spacious. I guess though, when you've only got a limited amount of space, and they have got a lot of prisoners because, I mean, there are a ton of bias all over the place. Come on then, hit a few of them at least. Oh god. I wish that I didn't take aggro quite so easily. Maybe it's a bit like American prisons, you know? For each prisoner they hold, the prison warden gets a cut. I don't know if that's how it works, but perhaps there is a profit motive involved as well. Let's just force as many prisoners as much as we can into small spaces, because, you know, looking at it, this area doesn't look like it'd be held for prisoners. It's just this bit back here. And look at that. That's like something from Matilda. The Chokey. It's got spikes inside. Oh my god. That isn't made for torturing. That is just made for killing. What is this? And it's got a face on the outside of a woman. What is this? God, that's horrible. Similarly for here, I mean, this can't. I presume that this is the jail only. And why are they all broken like this? Just breaking the door would have been fine. Don't have to break the walls as well. You know, and one more point. Seeing as this tirade is just getting started, shouldn't they separate the armory from the jail? I mean, look at this. Having weapons right here. What is that about? They should have an armory separate to the stockades, and they don't. They were asking for trouble, that's all I'm saying. That's true, it did look like a female dwarf actually. I don't see many female dwarves, so I'm not entirely certain of their look. But you're right. Yeah, aggro is certainly an issue. Even with, I mean, we're higher level than these guys. But I have been putting points into frost channeling. Okay, we've got some coming from behind as well. We may be a step too close, yeah. Let's get a shield on. Yeah, why would they have that? Like a female dwarf face. Maybe it's sort of a, you know, a totally sort of sadistic torture mechanism. It's like, it's not just hurting the person, it's also humiliating them by putting them in some sort of coffin-like structure with a woman's face on the front. I don't know. So if a rogue unlocks a chest, it stays... Right, I didn't know this. So if a rogue unlocks a chest... oh god, I should have plopped this radius. The radius of it... Oh, I missed a trick there. So they unlock a chest and it actually stays locked. So they have to hand that out. Maybe that was always a thing in vanilla, but I can't remember. Yeah, me too. I don't know how this guy got here. They made a joke earlier about coming through the catacombs, but it may not have been a joke. Maybe there's some sort of hidden entrance I don't know about. I feel like you would know about it. I reckon he must have just sort of graveyard run a few times. Yeah, Blind Mary. And thankfully she doesn't remember, but earlier on we hit her with a frostbolt as she was stood outside the dungeon when we weren't grouped together. Before I knew we'd become best friends. But I don't think she remembers, or if she does, she doesn't hold a grudge. Oh, goodness me. Let's hope this one here comes around too. There we are. Now, which staff is this? That reminds me of something. The Staff of the Shade. That isn't the one I was thinking of, but the art of it is quite reminiscent of... Well, at least something in my memory has been jogged. Alright, let's see where he's going to plop himself. Okay, this is aggro central, I think. Yep. Let's get back over here. There we go. We don't have anything else that can help us with aggro later, do we? Oh, I guess ice barrier. Ice barrier, doesn't that... Yes, oh, ice block rather, that's what I meant. So actually this should reset threat as well. Okay, there's a chest in there. How's your warrior going, Zinthex? Is it warrior that you're currently working on? Gennal, your luck at the moment is not great for rolls. Yeah, usually a good tank helps with aggro, you're right. I mean, we are 8 levels higher, so that's... I'm not at all surprised. Oh, I see. That was the boss, whatever his name is. Veteran Ward. Okay, let's back away a bit. Slow some of these. Hit none of them with the AoE. There we go. Broken bottle. That's quite nice. Chance on hit wounds the target, causing them to bleed 30 damage over 30 seconds. I mean, it's not very much, but it is literally a broken bottle. How cool. What is that noise? Did you hear that? It was like a scream. Is there someone being... some ghost that's being tormented? Tortured for eternity? Oh, let's evocate quickly. Let them gain some aggro. And stand right on top of them while we cast an AoE. Will they hit us? No, by the looks of it. Ah, they are. Okay. Dwarf Rogue. Ah, okay. Really? I would have expected that skinning would have been a sort of fairly rapid one to level, but I don't know about leatherworking. And also, how are early zones? I mean, I remember them being busy months ago. They must be even worse now with the increased player base. He likes to sit down and drink. Is it? The number of leather required to craft low-level items. I don't really know about this stuff. I had a friend that was a leather worker back in the day and he used to make some stuff for my feral druid in vanilla. Right, aggro instantly. Have we been getting any experience in this dungeon? Doesn't look like it. I mean, I'm not here for the experience. I'm here for that single quest. Would have been a nice, you know, side benefit at least. Get a bit of experience. If you don't know why we're here for a single quest only. The Fury Runs Deep. We completed a number of quests at Dunmodra in the wetlands, and there was one follow-up that we were given to kill Cam Deep Fury. He was a conspirator in the attack on the Thundol Span, where I believe that they bombed the bridge, or were planning to. And he's being held for political reasons here. I believe he's on the right or the left, not somewhere around here. Ah. Stiana wants some more water, of course. The bane of all mages' existence. What race are you? So I presumed that you were somewhat low level, but I guess anyone can get to the Barons, can't they, if they try hard enough? I do love this mask. I'll be very sorry to see it go. I mean, look at that face. It is extremely fierce. And this mask just goes with everything. I mean, some people would say, you know, red, and I'm not going to pretend to know anything about color coordination, but red and some other color will not go together. But I don't know, I contend that this mask could go with anything. Aha, Cam Deep Fury, just the man we need. Just the dwarf that we need. And we have his head. We put it in a nice leather cloth sack, rather. And Gennal didn't really prepare for it. She only has a cloth sack. Would have been good to have something made out of leather. Perhaps if Zinthex was around, he could have made us a leather bag. But she didn't pre-plan. And so this sort of thin cloth bag is currently seeping blood and other more nasty fluids onto the ground. And she sort of plopped it on her waistband, and unfortunately it's also dripping down her robe, and it's touching her leg, some of this liquid as well. It's a bit grim, but she'll know for next time. Next time she needs to take someone's head, she'll get a proper thick, well constructed leather satchel. That's what she'll do. Ah, questing to get... Okay, fair enough then. But I don't envy you anyway, the leatherworking journey. Hope this is my future forever. Just standing afar, infinite mana, just casting Blizzard over and over again. I could do that for a living. Let's be a little bit eager and reapply this elixir now. I feel like we're going to have to rebuff people as well. They're going to start shouting at us. Yeah, oh, I remember the Devil Soul set. That is true. Very nice. I only really... so my friend, I mentioned earlier, he was a leather worker. I don't remember the name of it anymore, but I continued this Feral Druid seriously in Burning Crusade, and there was this incredible pre-raid Abyss Feral set, not set, but it was like some leather trousers, I believe. There were some epic leather trousers. I can't remember what they were called. I farmed the reagents necessary in Shadow Moon Valley for a long time. What it was though. Anyway, I loved, probably not if I had to level it, but I loved gathering the reagents necessary back in the day for single items, not for leveling it. Now, the only real profession that, you know, a proper primary profession, crafting profession that I ever leveled, apart from, you know, things like alchemy, which I don't really count, was blacksmithing. And that again was Burning Crusade, where I created the the mace, the two-handed mace for my warrior, and you could upgrade it a couple of times. God, what was it called? I can't remember for the life of me, but it was amazing. I loved it so much because it had this stun, 3-second stun. You could upgrade the mace to eventually, I think, get an even greater stun than that. But that could be combined with the two-handed mace spec talent, which was essentially another stun. Yeah, those were good times. Storm Herald, that's the one. Alright. Fine, I'll cast Amplify Magic again. I forget. I have to also remind myself which one is which constantly. So Dampen Magic decreases damage, okay. And healing. Amplify increases, okay, fine. It kind of does what it says on the tin. Dampen, reduce, amplify, increase. Okay, got it. I'm smart. I want to cast it on myself only. Fine. And what I'll do is I'll start being a bit more professional, and I will cast it on other players if I feel like they are taking damage. Or do you reckon, or would it annoy the healer? Do you think I should cast it on everyone and then just let them take it off if they want to take it off? I mean, this guy here, let's cast it on the rogue as well. What would you recommend? Just cast it on everyone? If there's no, you know, cast to enemies around. Once again, absolutely poor design of this prison. You don't put weapons so close to a prisoner. Absolutely, they need to learn from this in the future. Any future prisons that these Stormwinders make, they have to have a separate armory. And what about these cages? Now that is, I don't know what conventions they have around here, but that seems a bit much. I don't know how I feel about the humans anymore. Oh, let's help out. I don't know how useful it is to get information from someone when you torture them anyway. You know, I've read enough about how people will just admit to anything you tell them to under that sort of coercion. Perhaps they haven't done the appropriate peer-reviewed research into that yet to realise its lack of efficacy. Who knows? Oh man, standard issue tunic. Oh my god. 5 strength, 6 stamina. That is amazing. Wow, that is a look. We have some like pretty cool side patches here as well. I'm interested in it. Oh, high roll, but not better than Sienna. Well, those are stats that no one would ever want ever. But we will greed that. I like the look though. Be quite a cool RP item for looking like a tramp. And by that I mean someone that has no home, a homeless person. Okay, AF. Got it. Your logic is flawless. And Zinthex, I have no problems with that attitude at all, actually. I feel like others may disagree, but I am totally alongside that attitude, yeah. I should try not to care what anyone else thinks. I am a mage. It's true. Now, I've said this every time we've done stockades, but that is the last time. I feel like we've killed all of the named mobs in stockades now. Or at least completed a quest for all the named mobs. So I cannot imagine having to go back there again. Right, so that's all done. I think we can just leave. Let's say thanks all. I'll see you later. Bye. See ya. Good. Alright, that's done. So, our next mission then is going to be to head to back to the wetlands. We have to hand in this Fury Runs Deep quest. We have the Lightforge Iron. So this one is wrecked to the south of Menethil Harbour. Okay, so we'll fly. We're going to fly to Menethil. I'm not going to hit the tram to Ironforger, then onwards. We're going to Blood Ring Gladiator. What is this? Do you dream of rising above your contemporaries by achieving eternal glory in battle? Step into the Blood Ring to engage in mortal combat against some of the best gladiators in Azeroth, and the glory you've been seeking all your life shall be yours. What is the Blood Ring? Leave queue. Oh, it's arena. Okay, well, I'm not going to embarrass myself on stream right now, so quickly leave that. Another time. We'll first learn how to appropriately use dampen and amplify magic. Understand the importance of always making sure our buffs are applied, and then once we've learned those lessons, we will reapply to join the Blood Ring. or blood, or whatever it's called. But now we're going to fly ourselves to Ironforge first. So I just realized we have to talk to the leaders of Ironforge and the gnomes. And send them our sealed missives from the High Elves. Okay, this is the part of the game in Classic where things have really opened up now. There's a lot of traveling in between. We could, if we wanted to, go to another quest hub and go to, I think, for example, the Swamp of Sorrows has opened up for us. And we could go to, definitely, I think, to Alterac and do some quests there. But from a RP perspective, I'm quite happy to continue doing this mismatch of quests. They're not really a mismatch though. They all make sense in my head. Sort of helping out the different mage peoples that are above us. Sort of like our mentors. We're doing quests for our mentors and trying to learn from their wisdom. And also helping our own peoples in Alathalas. And then the people of Stormwind as well, who Gennal feels an affinity to. For them taking her in and taking her people in Little Silvermoon. So there are reasons for us to continue traveling as widely as we are, and instead of settling in a new quest hub. We'll continue doing this for a while longer. Anyway, I'm going to go get another drink, and I will be back in a little bit. Okay, see you guys in a second. Right, 2 quests then in Ironforge before we head further north. Firstly, to King Magni Bronzebeard to deliver a message from the leader of the High Elves.
What brings you to Ironforge? What do you seek with the
Greetings, Gennal. What is it, High Elf? It is a saying among the Wildhammer dwarves of the north. You can sooner count on a High Elf than on the hair of your own beard. The Senate will need to discuss this matter in detail, but know that I am keen to believe the Wildhammers, as I've been supportive of the Kildari's accession to this alliance for a while now, especially after all the refugees have done to help to secure Lochmodan, not to mention the aid we'd received from them during the Second War. Without their help and that of the alliance, who knows how the war would have turned out for us. Okay, so as I see it, now is our turn to return the favour. Deliver my reply, and I wish you safe travels. Gosh, I am finding it hard to read tonight. I find that when I get a bit tired, my eyesight diminishes greatly. Age, that is age for you. It's not actually. I think it's too much screen time. That's what it is. Right, and then finally we have... So I believe Mistina, you can see on the map here, I believe she is actually a clothier, so we're not going to go towards her. And instead we will head toward the gnome leader. I am interested to know as well if they've expanded out the gnomes somewhat. They're sort of a underutilized race, I would have said, in most of retail. For good reason. I mean, they are somewhat comic relief.
Hello there. Welcome to Tinker.
The Grand Betrayal. I trusted Thermoplug, High Elf. Never did I expect that he would betray me and the entire gnomish people. And for what? Power, wealth, all things that he would have had in time. Now we have been displaced from our home and that madman is in charge, the king of nothing. We will retake Nomerigan, Gennal. Will not stop until the city is back in our control. If you wish to join in our fight, a simple task I ask of you. Kill the betrayer, destroy Mechganir Thermoplug. What quest is this? I don't want to go there. Well,
I just loved.
that was not what we meant to talk to you about, making meta talk, but I guess, you know, now that you've given us the quest, we might actually have to do this. But we actually wanted to talk to you about something else. We have an appeal from the High Elves. An expected proposal. Even if we ignore the deeds that the High Elves have done in the past, one cannot deny that having another powerful ally on our side could be beneficial. Yes, you may let our friends at Alathalas know that they indeed have the support of our brilliant people. Okay. Well, great. We have the support from 2 more races. Just the Kaldari left. And I don't know. I don't know if we can rely on them. They didn't come to our aid before. Those night elves. But we'll see. We'll deliver the message anyway. Yeah, well, I hope there's going to be less players soon. Absolutely. Yeah, if they all head towards Classic hardcore, that would be good. I managed to talk myself out of it earlier on. I think we were having a conversation earlier about Classic hardcore. I think that was with UAF, wasn't it? And I was going to be doing it, and I've sort of decided that if I'm going to be doing hardcore, it'll be a hardcore RP on Turtle WoW server. So I don't think I'll be heading back to retail anytime soon. Right, let's fly on now to Wetlands. Yeah, I've decided, you know, this amount of streaming that I've been doing recently is, you know, a tremendous amount of fun. I'm loving it. I mean, I wake up excited. But 2 things have happened. I'm quite an active guy. I try to keep relatively active and fit and all the rest. But my lower back, which I never had problems with, has started to hurt. And so I'm going to have to invest at some point in a chair that is a bit more appropriate. Which is funny because my real world job requires me to sit at home for hours per day. And so I thought I would be used to it, just sitting here working. Because where I am right now, this is where I work for my actual job as well. I work from home 4 days per week. And it's fine, it's good. But I think when I'm working in my real world job, I get bored a lot. And so I get up and walk around all the time. You know, I'm just procrastinating by getting up. So I think actually when I'm streaming, I'm sat down for much longer periods than I am on an average work day. Just one thing I've noticed. That's an interesting point, Zinthex. Yeah, I guess we are all sort of playing hardcore to some degree. Yeah, there are many characters I've not ever logged back into. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. Okay, so we have a few things to do here. And the first will be to complete this Lightforge Iron quest. So search the wreckage of the Flying Osprey in the wetlands. And the Flying Osprey is wrecked to the south of Menethil Harbour. So let's go down here. And I would presume it'll be... Oh, that... If this is it, that's simple enough. And I would guess there would be some wreckage or some boxes, crates stored somewhere in the ship. Some bluegill raiders here too. Ah, more wise words. I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot of wise words today in the our comments section. Yeah, you're making me think, and I like that a lot. Right, let's try and get inside this boat if possible. Is there a way? Well, first of all, you know, I'm assuming that this is the boat we're after. So if we go under here. Okay, so I don't think we can go inside the boat, so instead... Ah, here we go. Waterlogged chest. The chest is waterlogged and its siding broken. Many claw marks mar both the inside and the outside of the chest, as if murlocs have searched through it and stolen its treasure. But tucked deep within the chest is a single Lightforge ingot. Unfortunately, many more will be needed if enough metal to fashion a weapon is to be gained. Having grabbed the single Lightforge ingot from the waterlogged chest, it is clear that murlocs have stolen the rest. Hunt the Murloc raiders near the Flying Osprey wreckage for the lost Lightforge iron. Fine, let's kill some Murlocs. What? That is brutal, Gennal. God, that... First of all, that's some extreme strength by the Bluegill Raider to pierce us so fully with that spear. That was impressive. But second, are you okay? I mean, it's happened again. And again, that is some punishment you're taking there, Gennal. I do feel bad for you. Let's get some breath. Hopefully your lungs weren't pierced. No, you seem to be getting oxygen just fine. Okay, it seems like they've each got a single piece of Lightforge iron. Did they... iron? Did they... Well, I guess they're a very... What would you say? They're... You know, they're somewhat... I don't know. They like to share equally. They're communists. Something like that. This guy didn't have any, actually. So perhaps my thesis is flawed. My hypothesis, perhaps, is being falsified as we speak. It was too small a sample, I think, to draw anything from it. Well, this guy had one, so that's 3... That's 3 out of 4. Oh, my breath. Oh, gosh. Quick, Gennal, get up, get up, get up. Gosh, get a potion down your throat. Buff. I don't want to be shouted at, so let's get a buff going too. Right, all done. Okay, and let's head back now that we've got those. Glorin Steelbrow in the wetlands. Yeah, I wasn't paying close enough attention to the second thing killing Gennal. I was paying attention to the spears that were piercing her organs, but I was neglecting to notice her breath. Okay, right, so here we have Glorin Steelbrow. Did you find the Lightforge iron you need? Ah, you found them. Now let's get this Lightforge iron hammered into something useful, eh? There's a dwarven weaponsmith in the dwarven district of Stormwind who can craft with Lightforge iron. His name is Grimmond Elmore. I've packed the iron and found into a crate. Take it to Grimmond and tell him your tale. I'm sure he'll oblige someone on a quest such as yours and craft for you a weapon. A weapon to give even Morbant fell worry. I completely forgot that this is the quest that we got originally from Duskwood. So we are about ready to go back to Duskwood, go back to Raven Hill and complete that Morbant Fell questline. So this quest was done at Grath. So we're not picking up any of these yet. This could be a nice area to hang about for a while. I don't think so. I think we've almost out-leveled it, actually. In any case, we are not going to pick any of these up. We have done enough around here. And we are making our way, I think, over to here now. Because we still need to do a few of these mage quests. So the Noble Brew. Beneath the stone-wrought dam in the wetlands. It might actually be worth... This is the stone-wrought dam. Might be worth flying to Lochmadan. I think that would be faster. Let's do that. Let's fly to Lochmadan. And then we will head down the Stonerock Dam.
Hello.
We will use our slow fall to do that. Okay, Felsamar. And at some point, I think the direction we'll take is we'll go to Lokmodan, and then we will go up to Dun Modra. Dun Modra. I think that's how you say it. And then from Dun Modra, we'll go to near Rathi Highlands to Refuge Point. At which point we have the Argent Dawn quest. So that one is, where is it? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, it is what once was. Okay, so actually, it says here, so the Argent Dawn, I'd like to learn a bit more about them actually. Our roots come from what originated both here and in Lordaeron. So members of the Silver Hand, so they were the Paladins. So Arthas actually, the Lich King, he was inducted as a member of the Silver Hand as well. I like to show off that I recently read the book. I've said it many times, but I've read the book very recently. The Rise of the Lich King. Very good book. Very easy read or listen. But he also disbanded it as well. Arthas did when what's his face had a light in his name, Lightbringer. What's that guy's name? Something Light, the Lightbringer. Uther the Lightbringer, that's the one. When he didn't follow Arthas's order to cull the people of Lordaeron, he then disbanded the Silver Hand. Right, let's run up to the Stonewrought Dam and jump off. So many places I'd like to go to. And at some point as well, I think I'm misremembering. But it isn't that in Turtle WoW you can get a mount. Obviously we get the turtle mount at any point. But is it still that mounts are level 40? Or have they changed that to make it a bit earlier? Ah, also I forgot, isn't Stranglethorn Vale this level as well? I bet that's a fun place to go for PvP and leveling. Lots of herbs around. Quite tempted. But I think we've out-leveled these a little bit now. Silver leaves and peace blooms. Right, let's reread this quest just to make sure that jumping off here is the right move. Okay, there's a small white flower. No, not that one. The very base of the falls, far beneath the Stonewrought Dam in the wetlands. Yeah, so jumping off here is the right decision. And then the other part, which we could have done a long time ago, flower growing in the Garden of Stalvin. So we know where Stalvin is, or where he was. We have killed him now. Alright, so Slowfall it is. Wow. Would you look at that? That is quite impressive. I wonder if there's anything in there. Ooh. Just checking around here first. I imagine we have to go further down. So it looks like, yeah, probably around here. I like these areas where no one often treads. You know, these are parts of the world that you have no reason to go to, and yet they exist. And this is, I think, what's missing as well from retail WoW now, is that there are these areas that just have, you know, pretty much no reason. I've got no light feathers left. That's alright, we'll jump and then blink. Yeah, but oh, we have to do that again down here. It's missing a little bit, I think, from retail. Is that I think all areas of retail pretty much come with content. You know, they have something there. They don't just exist for the sake of existing. They have either there's a. You know, I'm thinking about it a bit more. Maybe it's not a bad thing, but a lot of them have like pets and things. They have maybe a good fishing spot for a unique item. Maybe that is a good thing that they have reasons to be. I don't know. I actually don't know how I feel about that, because I know, for example, there's an area in Dalaran, just outside Dalaran. Actually, you got to fly to an island just off the side of it. Oh my god, this is bad. This is really bad. Fuck. We survived, and I don't know how. That's cool. Holy sh! Don't know how that happened. Oh my god, this is the route. Musquash route. That is an interesting looking route. Wow. But there are areas, I was just saying, in retail WoW that require exploration. Like, yeah, there's this island just off Dalaran, and I didn't find it until like 2 expansions later. It has a little fishing pool, has a mage there with a little sort of elemental pet, and he has some items. You can fish in his little pond there, and you fish up basically some currency that you can spend on this mage to get reputation with him, and then you can buy items, I think, from him or something like that. Maybe that's pretty cool. I mean, that's exploration, but there is a reward for it. And I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think everything has to have a goal or a reward or a reason to be. I think sometimes just having places that exist and can be explored by players just for the flavour, I guess, or just because it adds to the world, is also a fair reason for things existing. People often call it, you know, the treadmill that exists at endgame in WoW, but I think you're sort of primed for that throughout the entirety of the leveling journey in retail. You may be on that treadmill at the end, but I think by the time you get to end game, you're already running on that treadmill, whereas, you know, the pace is just increasing as you're leveling. I don't know. I don't like the whole idea, I think, of what I feel is more of a instant gratification, or more of a. It tends to be that you often get these rewards, regular rewards, and so constantly getting these dopamine hits that I just don't think are nice. They feel, I don't want to say predatory, but they feel like a soft predatory sort of feel to them. And so running through an area like this, where I'm not getting achievements for unlocking all of the fog of war, I'm not seeing rare mobs all over, which, you know, I miss to a degree. But then when you come across them, they're special. They're really special. Like I've come across 2 in my entire journey so far in the sky. And one of them was dead. And the other one wasn't. And I was super excited about that. It's much slower paced. So I as a thing, an example for my real life, I used to work in a lab, and I did some research and stuff like that. When you work in a lab and do research, you pretty much never get appreciation or anything good happening. But once every like few months, you discover something. Literally discover something. It's pretty cool. And that feeling keeps you going for another few months. And it's the best feeling in the world. And I feel like playing this sort of game, Classic, is a bit like that. Because when you get those rewards rarely, they mean a lot more. But it's sort of watered down when you get them too often. Perhaps 3 months is too irregular, though. I often felt hard done by. Who knows? Right, Motley Garmison, we're back. We killed Deep Fury in the Stockades. I won't let foolish human bureaucracy interfere with dwarven matters, Gennal. Cam Deep Fury is a proven conspirator in the Thandal Span attack. King Magni's good people lost their lives because of Deep Fury's deceit. The humans might be content to let Deep Fury rot in the stockade, but I will not sleep soundly at night until Deep Fury is slain. He's dead. So Cam Deep Fury finally got to feel what it's like to be on the receiving end of death? Good. Serves the cowardly dark-eyed scum right. You've done well, Mage. The victims of the Thandal Span attack were but mere victims in a world torn with war and unrest. Their families will have the peace of knowing Deep Fury got the punishment he deserved. Longbraid's brother's death has been avenged. Thank you very much for these rewards, but we can't use them, Deep Fury. Belt of Vindication and Head Basher. What a name. Let's take a look at it. Goodness me. It looks like some sort of spindle on the end of a rod. I can imagine if this hit someone's head, God, those 2 bits there would definitely dig in quite hard. They look quite sharp as well. Okay, we'll take that. I think it's a bit too heavy for Gennal. Don't think she can use that. Right, so that one's done too. Okay. So after that, we are now going to run to Alterac. Just make sure I know which one. So what once was. We're heading back to one of our friend mages, Apprentice Crichton. Now, in my opinion, we are of the level apprentice in the mages guild, as I call it. So I think that Apprentice Crichton is on the same level as us. So when we see him, you know, we're a little bit less formal with him. It's a bit more chummy. But what I'm hearing though is this Apprentice Crichton. He's getting all the good quests. How does he know all the people? He's got all the contacts. You know, the Archmage sent us to him. the Argent Crusade, Argent Dawn guy. Oh my god, am I being attacked? Oh crap. Beastie, no. Oh, this isn't nice of you. Oh god. Are we fast? Are we fast enough? Come on, Tommy. Outrun it. You're not able to, are you? Okay. Ah. Okay. Potion. God, this is bad. Okay. Really bad. Okay, polymorph. Okay, we managed that. Let's hope this hits. Yes, it did. Refuge point, you're only there. Okay. Tommy. I think we'll be okay. If we can do that again. That is a fast thing, though. Oh. Come on, refuge point. Come on. Oh, intimidation, no. No, 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 no. Oh. Hunters. Why is it so fast? Or why are we so slow? If I was in charge of Alterac, I would be expanding our base of operations right now. Making it such that we Hordes wouldn't be able to get as close as they can currently get. So yeah, we need to get the perimeter of these guards pushed out a little bit. So once we've done lots of these quests for the mages, for Stormwind, we'll think about if we want to move up here a bit more permanently. Okay, Apprentice. Hey, Crichton, we are back.
What can I do for you?
Hello, Gennal. Welcome to Refuge Point. Why are you telling us your name again, Crichton? We've met before.
Light bless you.
Okay, so I suppose. So finding the Forgotten. This is the quest then. Well, you seem to have forgotten us, Crichton. It's awkward because we definitely talked to you earlier, along with Squirto. But don't worry, I'm not too offended. So you came from the Cathedral District in Stormwind. Okay, so you came from there to offer what aid I could once I had found out the troubles afflicting the once great nation of Stromgarde. What is left here, I certainly am happy I came. That is why you're here. I sent that letter quite a while ago when a trader that I hadn't seen before came and had spoken a name that Saul had mentioned before in his old tales of paladins and the Silver Hand back before the Third War. He certainly was old enough to fit the description, but came with a wagon full of apples that he had sold to some of the locals and guardsmen around here. He hasn't returned since that first trip. He came with the apples. I'm not sure if he is who you're looking for. I hate this disappoint, that's incorrectly spelled there, Crichton, Saul, if it didn't turn out to be true. But if you're looking for him, he said he had a farmstead high in the hills to the northwest by the old ruined wall. He certainly headed that way when he left. Okay, so clearly a Turtle Wow quest then, with that spelling mistake. He said he had a farmstead high in the hills to the north. I imagine that must be here. So if it's Turtle Wow quest, if it's a Turtle Wow quest line, this looks like an Alliance farmstead up there. So we will take that quest. These are all PvP quests for Arathi and Warsong. And Captain Niles, we previously spoke and we didn't have the capacity to take on any more tasks, but I think we do now. So you wanted us to kill Syndicate Highwaymen and mercenaries. I believe we can help with that. Very good.
Have a good one.
Right. So we've got those quests, and I would like to do them. But let's quickly just appraise our current position. So the Northvold Manor, Finding the Forgotten. Okay, and then we have Badlands quests, which I'm not certain we want to do at all. But I'll keep them there in case. I'll keep them there for now. We also have this board as well. What's on the board? Mara's Cow. A bounty has been placed on the head of Mara's Cow, high-level advisor and operative of the Syndicate. She was last seen within the Syndicate-controlled territory of Stromgarde. Bounty may be collected from Captain Niles. Be warned, Maris is a skilled and cunning warlock, known for her trafficking with demons. Extreme caution is advised when hunting her. I really want to go into Stromgarde. So this may actually be the time when we drop these Badlands quests. I think we're going to. Let's just do that. Let's drop these quests. I can't see us going down there for any RP reason. And a second Wanted board quest. Wanted Otto and Falconcrest. The Stromgarde militia has placed bounties on the heads of Lord Falconcrest and his bodyguard Otto. Falconcrest heads the Syndicate's efforts in the Arathi Highlands, and his death would cause a major disruption in those efforts. His bodyguard Otto, although not a strategic target, is a fierce opponent and has killed dozens of our defenders. Their bounties may be collected from Captain Niles. Okay, a cool wand. That is a big improvement on what we have right now. Right, fantastic. And I would imagine there would be another quest hub somewhere around here. I mean, possibly it's up here. That's unlikely though. Anyway, we'll explore. It's all new to us. Let's sell a few things in the meantime. We will keep those mana potions just in case. Yeah, we'll sell that cloak, fish oil. We do need some light feathers at some point. Does anyone here sell them? Or else we will hope to get them from some mobs.
Looking for something specific?
No, we will do what we can to get some from mobs. Ah, butcher. That reminds me, we have a nice roaring fire here. Gennal, take the time to make some seasoned wolf kebabs and make sure that you store them well in Tupperwares. Is this real? We made ×3 wolf kebabs. Here's me thinking we make one at a time. And actually, each one of these makes 3. That's fantastic. So we just made 24 wolf kebabs. Gennal, I hope you have enough Tupperwares to store all of these. Sit down and have yourself a nice snack. Definitely doesn't look like a seasoned wolf kebab. Once again, it is as though you're holding a loaf of bread. That's okay. We will pop some buffs on. And we'll... Where did that... Oh, I buffed the dwarf. Goodness me. Well, we've got a nice smart dwarf down there now. The butcher is exceptionally smart. Man, yeah, you're right. If I was going to make some jungle stew in the future, God, I'm going to... Maybe I should make a business. Maybe that's what I should do. We have a mage here, Forever XXX. Oh no, Forever ZZX. God, what a name. Right, so Northwold Manor. And let's remind ourselves. Oh, Boulder Gore. I remember this area. I feel like in this zone, at least in Classic, because I did this, I think, mainly as a Horde. I feel like there are a few more quests for the Hordes than the Alliance. I can't remember what the area is. Hammerfall, that's the one. I believe that the Syndicate base is up here. That Strong Guard is there. Amazing to think that this was a a city much like Lordaeron and Theramore, Stormwind even. This was another one of those cities. Can't remember the guy who was in charge of it. Right, I'm going to guess that this is where the Syndicate members are. And if they're not, we're going to run even further north to that farmstead. Oh, I see a building perhaps looming in the distance. In fact, I don't know what this is. Is it a windmill? A crotchety windmill. Yeah, it is. Ah, look at that. Prime beef. Oh. Tauren Druid. Let's do some AoE here as well. We'll make larger pools as soon as we find a few more. Don't know why I thought that there was an area around here where you got Ravenhold experience. Am I wrong? Maybe it wasn't this area. Maybe it was somewhere else. My mana is, sorry, my health, not great. Let's stick like that. Yeah, that Pathstalker, oh my gosh. Pathstalkers are a little bit annoying. Let's get round here. Let's bandage. Oh dear, I feel like this Horde is not going to be nice to us. Oh my god, mana is not doing well. Okay, I'm tired, guys. I'm going to die. This is silly. Okay, this is terrible play, I know. Oh, God, I'm embarrassed right now. Oh, I'm tired. I hope no one looked. I hope I lagged out fully there and the stream was off. I feel like that was the worst play I've ever done in my life. Besides the fact that I constantly forget to apply Arcane Intellect, and I don't know the difference between Amplify and Dampen Magic. Apart from that, worst play of the past 20 minutes, let's say. What threw me, I think, were the Pathstalkers with their ranged attacks. At that point, I knew I'd fucked up. I was like, okay, I know how to deal with melee mobs, but how do I deal with ranged mobs? We killed one though. Oh no, we didn't. Shit, that was that was our solo kill before. That was right. I don't know what Sag means, NASA, but I'll presume it means you know, some sort of you know, term for sad. I feel bad for you. That was it's some sort of sympathy, let's say. I'm going to assume the best. Maybe you're comforting me. That's what you're doing. Aw, Sag. Alright, let's try this again. And what we'll do is we'll buff up, obviously, first. We will also have a drink, have some food, and then we'll find a friend, and we'll lean on that friend to do all the heavy lifting, all the work. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that you are sympathizing with me. Thank you, NASA. That's very kind of you. Alright, let's take this single Pathstalker, and then maybe once we've done taken this guy, what am I saying? Once we've taken this guy, oh god, I messed up straight away. Alright, let's just play this nice and easy. Come towards me, other Pathstalker, come on. Come on, what are you doing? So are these both ranged? That's what's... Yeah, they are ranged. That's annoying. Alright, we'll bandage, and then we will just take this nice and easy. So we'll Cone of Cold as they come round. I missed. Totally missed. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's Mana Shield. We will blink over here. And then we will come back round. And we will Frost Nova. And then we'll take just the one, because the other one is out of LOS. Nice. And we'll come back around here. Mana Potion. Mana Agate. Down the throat. Choke it back up. Gennal, that's right. There we are. Run away in fear. I tell you what, these Pathstalkers aren't nice mobs. I never know what they're going to do. They're a bit tricksy. One moment they are full on melee. The next they've got their bow out. Goodness me. There's another one in here. And I tell you what, we're not even supposed to be killing them. We're going for highwaymen and mercenaries. So these are not even counting. Oh my gosh. Okay, Gennal, gather your thoughts. Have a wolf kebab. We need you well fed. Alright, let's get on Tommy. Let's scout around and find highwaymen and mercenaries. And we did actually get Stromguard badges, but I don't know what for. Another Pathstalker. Alright, so a mercenary here. Let's kill him. So this Rich Kings wants help with Stromguard badges, but we don't have this quest. Perhaps... Yeah, I'm not sure what we're missing. Maybe that's a later part of this, or maybe a repeatable... I also feel like this is kind of a boring area at the moment, because there aren't many of these mobs that we need. So if I just have a look in here, there's one mercenary, one pathstalker. Okay, let's plop that down there. Then we'll run out. Oh, what's this guy? Oh my gosh, behind here there are quite a few. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll get here. We're going to keep running a bit. I would like to gather them all together somewhat. Okay, let's go. Oh. Alright, I think we're going to have to reset. Let's just reset. Okay, so the highwaymen have reappeared. They are just everywhere, but they're stealthed. There's another one. Oh my gosh. They do not give up. We'll take this guy though. If we can get some mana. Okay, so we just have to scout around the outside to find these lot. Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky. But at the same time, a blessing in disguise. So I now understand that the highwaymen are just located all over the place, but stealth. So at least we have that knowledge. In fact, let's make some bandages too. Ah, really? Yeah, so you play a fire mage because of you don't trust the AoE damage. Yeah, I get that. I think that, to be honest, I feel like frost mages require a bit more. There's another one there. A little bit more, maybe a higher skill ceiling, let's say. And I suppose I like it because I would like to be at the top of that skill ceiling. I like the challenge, I suppose. And I like to be good at it because I think it looks cool. You know, when I used to watch lots of PvP videos of mages, they would often just be like really cool frost mages that were playing. And I liked how they would like blink around and jump about, and it was all just very skillful. So when I was younger, I used to aspire to be like that. And I guess I'm just stuck in my ways now. And I've always just enjoyed the look of them when they're playing. When they're playing well. Do you play on this server as well, Nasir? The grounded challenge, I have not heard about this at all. When you say no running, you don't mean RP walking, or do you mean no running from battles? Oh, 36, nice. Horde Alliance. Ah, cool. So where are you leveling currently? Which zone are you in? That's that is ridiculous. No running. Oh my gosh. Is this real? I watched. Actually, no, I didn't. I watched. I was gonna say some guy that leveled without running. I didn't. I've never seen that. I did see a video of some guy that did a pacifist run. And so he did all the quests he could without ever killing a mob, which is very impressive. He didn't get to level 60 or anything like that. He got to, I think it was like 42 or something. Ah, yeah, Desolate would be a place to check out, actually. See how they've updated the zone there. I do have one quest to go there. A player called, yeah, Walker. I mean, it's kind of an apt name, I suppose. I just can't imagine doing that. That's... I understand the appeal of hardcore. And I understand the appeal of what else you listed there. No mounts, I can get that, kind of. Although it just seems like an unnecessary hindrance. Although I could ARP here, I could, you know, we could potentially say, right, you know, like some people have a fear of flying in real life. Our character has a fear of being on a mount. Yeah, I can get that. But no running. I mean, what's the RP for that? Oh, they've got a peg leg. You know, they've got a they've only got one leg, so they can't run. Well, I guess that could be the answer. Who knows? Oh my gosh, let's just do this. Let's hope that we can like AoE them down before they kill us. What do you reckon? Looks, I think we'll do it. They'll start running away soon. And we'll start running out of mana as well. There we go. Nice. This is like lazy killing. What do I do with these marks of the Syndicate as well? Yeah, I know I wasted mana, but I can make my own mage juice, it's fine. What do you reckon of Desolate as well, Nasir? How does it compare to Retail Classic? Have they added mini quests and things? I bet AF, you must know that as well. Ah, thanks, Synthex. God, I'm glad. Any hunters, to be honest. I got ganked earlier today by an undead hunter too, and that was painful. So if you come across an undead hunter as well, I'd appreciate you ganking them. I'm just searching for a highwayman around here. There should be some at least. Oh, here we go. He got the opener on us. Nice. And a mercenary. Let's pull him as well. And let's blink up here. Oh crap! I misclicked. All right, they have to run into the radius of it. There we are. Ah. Yes, that's right. Turn around. Does shaman make sense in lore? I'm trying to think. Yeah, they sort of plopped it in there for Drain Eyes, and I can, I guess I can get behind that. But I would feel like they would be wary of adding it just because of the lore of the game. The way that I feel a little bit is I can imagine having a horde paladin, because I don't think that the light would abandon a human that became an undead. Because even when Arthas turned to the dark side, he used his hammer for a while before he got his mighty sword, and his hammer was still a little bit light from the light. So I could imagine there still being paladins in the horde, because actually also there are priests. Like you get priests, and they use the holy light as well under priests. So paladins should work as well. Shamans, I'm not quite sure. I don't know enough about them. Yeah, another naughty boy. Here's another one here as well. What I should have done there is, as you said earlier, flame strike and then drop our blizzard on them. Do you need help? No, you're fine. Yeah, no, I don't think Horde are bad guys either. I just think that, in fact, I don't think they're the bad guys. Sylvanas became the person that she became because, the influence of Arthas was one reason. But Thrall, I don't think Thrall's a bad guy either. He had a terrible childhood, sure. But I also think he is not a bad guy. And then you look at the, I can't remember who's Bane's dad. I can't remember. And the troll guy, whatever his name is, they're definitely not bad. I like the Horde a lot. And in large part, I think they're more of a cohesive unit than the Alliance are. The undead obviously went their way, and you're right. Sylvanas became a bit of a character later on. But she had to be honest, she had her heart in the right place. She's just a bit of a right-wing leader, let's say. She became more and more far right as time went on. In a political sort of sense, I suppose. More isolationist, more nationalistic, let's say. But I absolutely think that the Tauren, for example, like I don't think they have a bad bow in their bodies. I mean, they seem to be extremely sort of nature loving. Aren't they also like the oldest race Well, oldest playable race. I don't know about um, other non-playable races, but I believe they've got a long history. Yeah, definitely, and you're right as well. Your statement about the leader coloring the faction. Okay, I'm gonna probably move up onto this ridge here. Oh, we've got one more mercenary. Oh, we don't need any of them. Just 2 highwaymen. Here we go. There's one. Hopefully, there's another one around. Okay, one more. Let's just jump down here. Did he run around here actually? Me Gayaban. What a name. Alright, let's trap here instead. This guy is clearly doing that circuit. We were jumped by one here previously. Oh, entering combat. Ah. There we go. Last one, and then we can head to this Turtle Wow settlement. A little farmstead on the map. And do an Argent Dawn quest. Wow, we managed to lock this guy down for a long time. He pretty much made 0 progress towards us. Yeah, I expected it to be a bit busier around here. I mean, there are other players around, for sure. But I'm not having too much trouble. If anything, I'm having too much trouble with pulling too many of them. Right, so there's a farmstead, and am I right in thinking I see a path up here? It does sort of look like there is. Okay, so this could be the route up to this farmstead on the up this hill. Yeah, it looks like it. Wow. If it wasn't such a foggy day, we get a good view. Voltarak. Farwell Stead. This is lovely. Would you look at this? This is very nice. It's a little grave here. Old Farwell over there. They've got some apple trees. No, we don't want to go in their house without their permission. So let's talk to Grant Lafford. What brings you to the stead? Yes, do I know you? Welcome to the farmstead.
For the Alliance.
Okay.
Light be with you.
Well, that was an interesting conversation. Anything else? Misty Farwell?
How are you?
Greetings to you. Well, what an extensive quest line. We've journeyed far and wide and completed an extremely large quest line for Grant Lafford. And he's happy with the progress, and that's it. He doesn't need anything else from us. That was a very good Argent Dawn quest, complete. So I'm hoping that they are going to be adding more content, and this is simply not been patched in yet. This is going to be something into the future. Because otherwise, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping for some sort of expansive Argent Dawn questline, but not quite. So, our old Farwell, I was once a great wizard. It's good to leave it all behind and simply tend to apples.
Light bless you.
Right, so nothing here then. Okay. Well, I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit disappointed that we didn't get some quest or other to do here. But maybe into the future. I'll have to look this up some other time to see if this is something they're working on. But this has a lot of promise. I mean, this could be something interesting. I don't know what they would do to it. But you'll notice here that mage was actually a mage of Dalaran. But yeah, a path all the way up to the mountain for a nice looking farmstead for that one hand in. Anyway, so that was the that quest complete. Done the Northfold Manor quest, and then we just have these quests here in Stromgarde. So all three of these are Stromgarde. All red quests, so another time I think. For now, we will head back to Refuge Point, hand that quest in, and I guess get another quest in this line. I was hoping for more quests around here too, though. Doesn't seem like they've added too much more in Alterac. Maybe something will open up. In any case, I'm going to leave it here. It's getting late now, so I'm going to stop the stream now and say goodnight to you all. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will be on again tomorrow. Probably a bit later, so I think late morning I'll be on tomorrow, GMT. So if you'd like to hang around then, that'd be great. I've started posting when I'm going to go live on Twitter as well. I've got 0 followers on Twitter, but if you would like to follow that, if you use it, then do so. Otherwise, maybe you get alerts on YouTube, whatever else. I'm sure I'll catch you whatever happens. So for now, at least, good night, everyone. NASA, I don't have Discord. No, I'm a small channel. I've only been doing this for a little while. Only been streaming seriously for a week, but no plans to stop. So maybe into the future. For now, it's YouTube, scheduling, and it's Twitter. So here you are. Okay, good night, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.